it's the old man. And what am I doing? I don't know. Coming at you with another video. I'm trying to put one together out of a lot of footage that I have shot over the last month. Honestly, like the title says, I got a little overwhelmed with my projects. Between work and working on the boat, I was going 24/7. I really was not taking any downtime, and I think I just tuckered myself out. And to the point where I was almost depressed because I was just so darn tired. I was like, why am I so tired? So I'm going to do this as the voiceover again as I walk through the projects that I've been able to accomplish over the last month. Starting with number one, which was the water pump. As I got into one project, I was just looking over the engine and I noticed that the lower nut on the water pump was extremely rusted to the point where I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it off. But I cleaned it up, took the pump off, took it home, cleaned up the pump, actually did a minor rebuild on it by replacing all the seals and the impeller, bought some new nuts and remounted it all. Haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I feel very good about that project and I don't think there's going to be an issue. So that will be something we'll have to check next time we start up the engine. I've got this as number 2 on the list, the bilge. Somehow in the midst of all that stuff that was going on there, I became obsessed with drying out and painting the bilge. I don't know what came over me, but that was a lot of work. Let me show you some of the reasons why. So yeah, that's a head rush right there. Let me just show you some of the stuff that has come out of here. I've got this pile of chunks, man, and it goes from like being really thick stuff like this to paper thin things. There, see how that piece just kind of busted off there? All I can really figure is that what they did was just pour some resin down into the bilge and just kind of painted up the sides a little bit. I don't know, I was talking to a guy here that works in the yard and he said, yeah, it was common back in the day. I'm like, really? You know, but what I'm going to do here is just, I'm just going to continue to let this dry out for another week. And I ain't going to lie, I had a heart-stopping moment when I got to the boat this morning because it was dry yesterday and I got here this morning and there was water in there. And I'm thinking, what the hell? You know, I was freaking out because, you know, I'm picking at this stuff with a scraper and smacking at it and digging at it and everything. And I'm like, do I have an issue down here? And all I could think of was the last thing I did was I rinsed my hands off in the sink. And what I realized is, foolish me, if this valve is not shut, of course, and you turn on the cold, water comes out underneath because there is no line connected to that. So it basically came out, got all the way in the bilge. But I'm telling you what, that freaked me out. I ain't gonna lie. So, okay, so she. Okay, bilge has sat dry for a week, and I have set up a fan back here in the lazarette, and I can actually feel it drawing air through the bilge. So that's going to be my exhaust. I have a respirator that I will be using to hopefully keep me from passing out down there. And I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, well, this is what we ended up with. Whoops, work light. There's a pretty darn white looking bilge in there. I mean, you know, it is just the bilge. So we're just gonna go with that. I'm gonna get off the boat. I've got other projects I'm working on. I'm about to go cut my anchor locker lid in half. And I'm also working on the binnacle, parts of the binnacle. So anyways, I'm just gonna go get off the boat for now. I did get it done. It came out pretty good, as you see. And that led to another project. I've had to redo my sink drain and come up with this little contraption to go from the drain to the hose. Now this is a nice little piece of kit right here though. Got this on Amazon, and it's got this really nice size drain cup here. Okay, and you know, a lot of the sinks, they combine the strainer with a stopper, and it's kind of problematic. This one has a completely separate stopper, which would really stop it up. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and mount this and get it hooked up so I have my sink back at least. And then okay, I did get the sink drain in. Came out okay. No leaks, except what leaked out before I remembered to shut the valve as I was trying to do it. I did have to jack with the hose barb because it's not technically a marine hose barb, and it didn't want to go in the hose, so I had to file it down some. It was really kind of a pain in the butt. And now it's already lunchtime, man. You know, a 10-minute project took like over an hour, including drying out the bilge again, because you know, I'm obsessed with that now. I want that bilge to stay dry for a while. So that project came out really good. Very happy with that project. What else is on here? Let's see. Oh, next, the two are kind of combined here, but I started removing the old autopilot in preparation for the new CPT. And as with anything electrical, we will start the process by killing the power, which is right here. Oh, let's try a 9/16, shall we? This thing probably hasn't been opened in years, so I'm very curious to see. Oh gosh, there it comes. What we will find behind. Oh gosh. That's rather anticlimactic. Nothing. Hey, okay. So I think I'm gonna call it a day. Let me set you down a second. I think I'm just gonna call it a day. I've got the autopilot out, everything except the head over there. Because if I take that out, I'll have a hole, of course. But I've got everything off the wheel, all the components except that head, whoa, have been disassembled and broken down, and I'm going to take them home, clean them up and all that stuff. And I apologize for not filming a lot of times when I'm doing this stuff. Not that it's really all that interesting when you're disassembling things, but especially this time, the way they had that wired in, I don't know how they did parts of it, because it was extremely difficult to reach, and I tend to cuss those people. I'm sorry, but I tend to unleash some old Navy type language from my years in the service. And as I got done with that, I realized I really wanted to do something about the pedestal itself. And while everything was out of the way, you can see here, I canvassed the cockpit area and basically cleaned up and spray painted the pedestal. Now I used a combination of some Rust-Oleum product, and I have found that if you will use automotive clear coat over top a lot of those paints, you get a really hard, durable finish. And that's what I did, and I think it came out pretty good. Okay, so what was that? That's kind of like projects 4, and I actually had the autopilot at 7. But let's see, next on the list, oh, the hanging locker. And again, just all these things are kind of going on at once. As I'm working on this and I get to a stopping point, I move over to that. And so anyways, the hanging locker. I converted the hanging locker into shelves. Seems pretty straightforward, but there is, you know, multiple steps to the project. But it came out really good. I'm super happy with the finished project. I've got a lot more usable storage over there now, as you can see in the photos, in the video. So yet one more project down. Let's see what's next. Project number 6 is I put a grate down in the head. I kind of leveled out the floor. Just was looking for something a little easier for me. With my body ergonomics, if you will, it's just much more comfortable in there for me when I'm sitting on the throne. Okay. Another simple project, but it takes time, multiple steps, but again, it got done. I'm very happy with the way it's come out. Another small project out of the way, something I've been wanting to do for a while. Now, after doing the swim platform, my next project was supposed to be mounting the windlass and reworking the anchor locker. I have started on that. I am in the middle of it, and I'm going to continue working on it some tomorrow. Let me show you a few videos of what I've got done so far. Nice. All right. Let us. All right, so here we have it. Here's your one side that's going to hinge up, of course, not connected. And I am happy with how this is progressing. So everything is going along pretty good. I did take a break last weekend. I did take one extra day there to just have some fun in the dinghy. Let me show you a little video of that. Good morning, everyone. And, oh, what's that noise you say? Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, would be the juice. And what is the juice, you say? Well, let me show you what the juice is. That's the juice, baby. That is a monster of a motor that really, whoa, will actually scare you in this dinghy. But I'm just gonna have some fun piddling around out here. because you got to have the juice, man. Got to put the juice in your dinghy, okay? Anyways, other than that, projects are continuing. The weather's starting to warm up. Hope this video is worth something. Hopefully some of these projects will inspire people. You know, that's why I'm doing these videos in a lot of ways. I like to show what I'm doing on my boat, just like I like to watch and see how other people are doing things on their boats. What else? I guess I got nothing else. Hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Old man, over and out. What's up, everybody? So, finishing up my little shelf units here. Working pretty good. Got some shock cord. Whoa, got a lot of shock cord. Very handy stuff. I can see I'm going to be putting a lot of these little things in a lot of little places. But anyways, so the main thing I'm going to do today is fill out this little info sheet for the CPT Autopilot install. Downloaded this from their website, and when I get done getting all the measurements here, I can take it home and fill it out online, email it to them, and they can call me and let me know if there's anything specific that I need to watch out for. So, but in any case, I'm going to get started out there in a little bit. When it warms up, I'm going to finish this up in the meantime.